Hello, and welcome to another What I've Been Eating Lately video, where I show you what I've been eating lately in a video. In this one, I'm gonna be gluten-free until I'm not anymore, and you'll find out why later on. Hopefully, probably. I'm gonna freeze some bananas. I really have to laugh because, and not in a hateful way, not like I'm making fun of anyone. When I see people like cutting up bananas to freeze them, I mean, that's great if you want to do that. But literally, you don't have to do that. I used to just break them up into pieces with my hands and then put them in the bag. But now I found that it's even easier. You don't even have to do that much. Pop them all in the bag and then close the bag. And then just squish. You might think like, oh, what then? Won't it like stick to the bag? Like it won't come out. Obviously there's stuff to the bag right now. Like if I was putting this in the fridge, it would be disgusting. But when you freeze it, it's just like so easy to break off a piece. And look at that. It also goes right into the freezer. It also stacks so easily. Look how small that was. How many bananas? That's what I do now. So this was supposed to be me showing you how easy it is to get the bananas out of the bag once they're frozen and make a little smoothie, but instead I just filmed myself struggling for a while because I overfilled the bag. I put too many bananas in the bag and they were hard to get out. I swear it's not usually like this. I usually have a very big bag, very extra large stasher bag that's designated as the banana bag. I don't know why I didn't use it today, but I can fit so many bananas in there. Anyways, yeah, I'm just making a little smoothie with some frozen bananas, frozen blueberries, oats, peanut butter, and water and ice. I have been making a lot of smoothies lately. If the gluten-free thing did anything for me, it'd be getting me back into smoothies, because I've been making smoothies all the time now. Like a lot of time doing the gluten-free thing, I would just be like struggling with breakfast because my lazy go-to, which is having toast, was taken from me. So I'd be like, okay, smoothie time, we're doing it. I just needed that little push, you know? I always have frozen fruit, I always have nut butter, I always have oats, so like smoothies are just such a good like habit to have because you can just have the stuff, you know? It's frozen stuff and pantry stuff. You never have to worry about having something fresh for it. You can just throw it together. And then the thing that I love about smoothies the most is you can eat them while you do stuff. So I can just get in, go. So we're back in the closet. And not like that. Happy Pride to everyone. I'm here to talk to you about a little company where all of my underwears and bras come from. Parade. It's easy for me to do this sponsor because I literally talk it up to people in real life too. I've purchased products from them with my own money. They have affordable products, and even if you don't think so, they have a lot of sales. Fun colors, but also basic neutrals. In my most recent order, one of my new faves is now this mesh boy short. I'm not even like always into boy shorts because I really don't like when the material on the sides like rolls, you know, like when it like bunches up. But this design is really good for me. It's their silky mesh material, so it's breathable even though there's more fabric, but also the like trim, this keeps it in place. So it's just there, you know, you put it on and then it's there. I love their commitment to diversity and sustainability. A lot of their products use materials that would normally be wasted in the production process. They use recycled materials and materials that use less water. If you're interested in trying out Parade's products, I have a good deal for you because I have 50% off site-wide. If you go to yourparade.com/Emmy50 and use the code Emmy50, it's a really good deal. Take advantage of it. And you can finally throw out some old nasty underwear that you've been keeping. You deserve underwear that you actually like, that's cute and comfortable. So thank you to Parade for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to it. Anyways, something I ate a lot of this last month is the Bonza vegan mac. I never tried it before. They kept selling it at my grocery outlet for cheap. You know what? The sauce is not that good. I would say it's bland, and I feel like they don't give you enough sauce. So anyways, every time I would just like add some oat milk or whatever. I'd add some nutritional yeast, some seasoning. Once or twice I also added a little bit of vegan cheese to it. What's that brand that I like? Parmella Creamery cheese. Oh, they got that at my grocery outlet. Woohoo. But yeah, then it's actually like good. Then I really enjoy it. But I love having that because it's such a like easy meal. You can just cook the chickpea pasta and you got a decent sauce. You just add a couple more things and then it's good. And then you just make a veggie on the side and a green, you know, then you got a meal because the chickpea pasta has protein and whatnot. Now we're trying some gluten-free bread from the brand Share. I actually was putting off buying gluten-free bread because I was like, oh, I gotta really like consult my suggestions that people gave me and which one was the most suggested or whatever. And then my mom just came home with this one day because I think she was feeling sorry for me. And okay, can you open this with your hands? Because I tried and I think it's really dumb if you can't, if it's not made that way. Because like, what? You're gonna make me get out the scissors for bread? Like, it also looks like it's like bread from space, you know, or like bread in space. That's kind of fun. Anyways, I made a PB&J with it and it was like, can't even tell. Like, I wouldn't even be able to tell. Like, between that and like a whole grain, like healthy kind of bread, you know, tastes the same. But then when you have it, like I had it as some like buttered toast with soup and it left a lot to be desired. Let's just say. I also used the two ends of the loaf to make a hamburger bun, and that was fine. Definitely, you can tell you're eating something gluten-free, okay, for sure, but like way better than having a lettuce burger. The gluten-free loaves are kind of round, so it kind of looked like a bun, like a really thin bun. That was my low-carb moment against my own will. They also had this beef-free brand at Grocery Outlet. I got the pizza crust. They also had these wraps. Pizza crust was $7 for 2 of them. The first time I had it, I just kind of threw it in the oven when my family was already cooking some pizzas in there, so it was just like at the setting that they were using. Bad idea, because it turned out bad. The second time I made pizza with the other crust that I had in there, I actually followed the directions and it turned out actually very good. It's not like it's gonna be as good as a gluten crust with pizza. I want to taste the gluten, you know, like I want it to be like gluten-y, but it was like totally fine. I was satisfied with it, okay? And I did bake a little bit, okay? I made these little mini lemon bread loaves for Mother's Day. They were gluten-free and vegan, which is just like you are asking for it at that point. But they were really, really good. They kind of were giving undercooked, like a little, just a little, but like they were so delicious. Because I had some leftover glaze, you know, I was like, I gotta make that lemon bread again. It was so good. But I made the mistake of being like, let's just make one big loaf like a normal person, you know, I don't need to make the little mini loaves. And that was my mistake. I mean, I probably also made other mistakes. It just made me realize when you're baking gluten-free or vegan or both, it can be hard to get things to cook properly, obviously. A little hack, you know, if you're worried, just make it smaller. Make mini loaves or make cupcakes or muffins instead. When I made that lemon bread, it was like the crust part was good, but then once you got to the center, I couldn't even eat it. It like kind of made me sick, which is like saying a lot for me. Today we're going to be using up the ends of these jars of nut butters. Nut butters, yes. And I have this handy dandy item here, right here, the spatula type thing. And I'm going to, but okay, what is it actually called? Because a spatula, look how much we're getting off. Do you have one of these? If you don't have one of these, this is the best thing for getting like, the end of the jar, you know? But okay, I've heard this be called a spatula. It's like a baking spatula. But like, spatula is a spatula, you know what I mean? So like, what is this? This can't be called a spatula. Spatula is already a thing. Anyways, I'm putting all this in here that I can get, and because I'm gonna do some chia pudding. This is my last gluten-free week, so I'm trying to make it like good, even though I've kind of lost hope for my scalp issue, but I'm still doing it. Gotta do a month. Look at that. Okay, so now I have to get it off the spatula. So maybe there's just no way of winning. I think you need 2 spatulas. Why do they do whole strawberries in the back? Why would I want whole frozen strawberries? I just want to say that I really hate how chia seeds kind of look like carpet beetles, and they also feel like carpet beetles because they'll be like stuck on like the side of a surface just like a carpet beetle would, and I don't like that. Oh my god, it's like literally like a bunch of little bugs in there. I really hate that. I hate looking at it. If there was bugs in here, I wouldn't know. So today it's been like 3 weeks and a day. So far, there's no significant change to my scalp issue. It's like fluctuated in like how bad it's been over the past 3 weeks, but that's how it always is. Like, depends on how much I itch it. It gets worse like the further away from my hair being washed. But I'm still gonna do the whole month because, you know, I'm not gonna judge it too fast. Also, someone commented on the other video that like skin cycle is 28 days. Here, let's talk about my slip-ups, okay? Slip-ups, but I knew what I was doing. I mean, when they weren't accidents. But I've been like really good. Like I thought I would be worse than this. I've successfully avoided significant gluten this whole time. Twice I got Thai food and I could have tried harder to like ask about it or whatever, but I just wanted to get some rice noodles, so I got pad see ew twice. Would guess that there's soy sauce in that, but I'm not like too worried about that because I feel like that's such a unsignificant amount of gluten. It's not really gonna change much if it's just like a little bit of gluten. And then I also made pizza the other day and I had some Trader Joe's pepperoni slices on it, which have some gluten in them, but that's it. Everything else has been gluten-free, unless there's something that I missed, but it's been sad though. It's definitely been sad. I've missed some things. I went to Old Spaghetti Factory because it's a tradition for Mother's Day. I got the gluten-free pasta and that was disappointing for me because, first of all, why wasn't it spaghetti? Like, I was set on it being spaghetti. It's the Old Spaghetti Factory. You don't have gluten-free spaghetti? It's easy to come by. I've seen it many times. You know, like just give me some rice spaghetti. I don't care. But why couldn't I have gotten spaghetti at the Old Spaghetti Factory? That's wrong. Finally gonna use this freaking tempeh that's been in here forever. I just broke it all up into little pieces. I said I was gonna use it for like wraps. Like I was gonna use this tortilla and make wraps. These gluten-free tortillas. Yeah, never did that. But it's broken. I wanna use it. I'm gonna make like a quesadilla with tempeh in it. But I never cooked tempeh like this. But today, doing it like this. They're like little beans. I'm gonna put some salsa. I don't know. Put some hot sauce. I'm gonna put it in this container. Oop. I'm gonna microwave this cheese so I know it'll stick. I'm gonna sprinkle a little water on it before I microwave it. And then we place this meat on the top of that. Oh, I try my best. Yeehaw! Pretty good. Gluten-free tempeh quesadilla with cashew cheese. I also had some of these Siete brand cookies. People had suggested this brand to me a little bit. I didn't realize that they had so many gluten-free products, but anyways, those are good. I like them. I mean, they taste like healthy cookies, but not in a bad way. I also ate this, what is it called? Snapdragon? Something weird like that. I had this a few times because, you know, I can't have my usual like Shin ramen cups or whatever, like other quick noodles, Asha and stuff. So when I needed something like that, like a quick meal, I had these pho bowls a couple times, pho packets. But yeah, it's pretty good. This looks kind of sad, like I'll be honest, it looks a little bit sad, but I would just add like plain tofu to it and some sort of veggie. I used some carrot noodles in this one, and I had some frozen green onion. I wish I had some cilantro for it, but I didn't, and some sriracha, and it's good. It's pretty good. But I will say, when you have gluten noodles, you have some added protein sustenance to it because the gluten, you know, has protein. Rice noodles are not quite as filling, but it's okay. I do love rice noodles. This is me baking again. Look at me baking with that gluten-free flour. I made some chocolate chip cookies, and okay, the dough was actually really good. I was curious about the dough because I like eating cookie dough, you know, and I was like, might not be that good because I know it has like corn in it or different things, you know. It's not the same, but it was good. It was enjoyable to eat. Okay, but the cookies, they were like perfect and also weird at the same time, because like on one hand they had a really good flavor, really good like texture, but then on the other hand they kind of tasted like sand, like they were kind of sandy. So that's something to work on. I think they needed a little more moisture, I guess, but they were good. They were just kind of like sand. Like that's all I can say to you. And then here is another meal that I had. Wait, oh, we're done with gluten-free now. I was like, wait a minute, this has gluten. We're making this
this gluten doodle. I'm sorry if anyone watched this video to be like, let's get some gluten-free ideas, and then hear him just like, ta. But anyways, this asha is so good. It's like too delicious. I'm like, what did they put in this? I will toss around some tofu in a pan, and then I put some frozen broccoli in with the noodles to boil and some bok choy. I got a bunch of bok choy from the farmer's market like weeks ago, and I kept forgetting about it. I like left it in there for like literally like 2 or 3 weeks in a bag, and it was still fine. Then I just got my shit together, and then I just ate it all, and it was fine. So I don't know. Bok choy is like a good ADHD produce. Is that something that I should say? Or people who just like forget things? Bok choy. It stays in there pretty good for a long time. And then you could just cook it. So even if it's like a little bit limp, it's fine.
I want to show you the worst bag of frozen fruit that I have purchased in probably having more to do with Grocery Outlet than the brand. Or maybe it is the brand. I don't know. But like, what is that? It's just like crumbles. Crumbles McGee. But I've been making smoothies with it. I don't waste. They haven't been too bad. I've been running out of ingredients lately. I don't have any frozen bananas. I don't have any cashew butter. So I'm gonna try almond butter today to give it like a better, creamier texture. Seems kind of weird to me, almond mango. But it's like almond milk, right? And oat milk. Put a bunch of oats in there. Put some water in there. Forced to use this unspotted, slightly green banana. Controversial alert. I'm putting a little bit of agave because I know that banana is not very sweet. I'm also gonna be crazy and put some salt in here. I love how I'm doing all these things to make it taste better, and then I add kale. I need health right now. Yay. Smells like kale. What the? It's kind of strange, but it's tasty. It's very creamy. It's not really strange. I don't know why I said it was strange. It's really good. It's actually really good.
And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching all the way through. Also, a special shout out to my Patreon patrons. Thank you for supporting my content. If you want to become a patron, you can subscribe for $5 a month and get access to everything that's on there, which is a bunch of little bonus clips, behind the scenes, as well as all my movie commentaries. I just finished the Twilight Saga, and now I'm moving on to the High School Musical series, which I'm very excited about. But if you want to pay a little less and just get like a taste of what's on there, you can subscribe for $3, and you can get access to all the smaller contents, as well as one movie commentary, which is my New Moon commentary. And even if you want to just watch everything and cancel after a month, I don't really care. I appreciate anything. Even if you can't subscribe to my Patreon at all and you just give my videos likes and views, I appreciate that as well. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. See you in the next one.